mate. We are live.
Oh, okay. Hey, we're back. Awesome.
RYC! We miss you!
What you need to know tonight is that there's nothing that you can do and there's nothing that can be done to you that could separate you from God's love.
Can I also just do a shout out? Sorry to interrupt again, man, but
if someone's being rude to you or being mean to you, you can be like, well, I'm loved by the creator of the whole universe, so what do you got to say?
yeah, there's a lot of questions about why are we wearing hats? Great
Great
question.
That is a good question.
Well, I've started wearing this hat ever since I tried to tuck Nico into bed and he said, where's all your hair gone?
Look at that scroll. What was your favourite meme? I like that.
Really good. Yeah, you put a lot of time and effort into that.
So I wonder how you guys have been keeping in touch. I've been learning Instagram, and I also learnt some TikTok, but no one's following me on TikTok. So if you want to follow me on, I've chucked some pretty full-on fun videos up there. So give me a follow. I don't know what my username is, but like,
You gotta share it on Instagram or
It's
something.
pretty important
man.
if people want to follow you in that.
Yeah,
Instagram.
maybe that's why you have the followers.
I do.
Clear.
Think about it, we're separated from one another. We can feel like we're separated from a lot of things right now while we're in isolation, but we're not separated from God. We're not separated from His love, because we can't be.
Whatnot. Like, I'm pretty sure God beats everyone else in terms of who will be authority on what's right and what's not. Including yourself as well. Like, if it's yourself telling you you're not loved, pretty sure God has more authority than you do as well.
Long story short, Matt told me I was going to be hosting. Well, he asked me to host, and I was so ecstatic that I grabbed my favourite microphone, jumped on, and here I am.
And what's
So
your
where'd you get the
favourite
microphone from?
That is great.
I think it's from the Eco Depot, and it was a Guitar Hero live one.
Woo!
This is quality live streaming right here. We spared no extent.
I think this thing was $5.
There we go. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are live. We are back. Hey, welcome to another episode of RYC Live. It is so good to be with you, and really great to be joined by a great collection of hosts tonight. Hey, good evening, JC. How are you?
Good, Matt. Good. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm doing well, thanks, JC. And I heard that you did some online shopping over the last couple of weeks. You've been doing some purchasing for youth group.
For youth group and for kids camp. So we've got a whole bunch of Nerf guns ready to go. It is going to be pretty epic. So
Come
new
on.
toys ready to go for youth group once we're back in person.
How many toys have you bought, JC?
I think I've got about 20-ish here, maybe another 10 still to go out in Rolliston. So they're going to be
Wow.
yes, Nerf
The
guns for
spending
everyone.
spree. I love it.
So
So good. And Isaac, how are you?
I'm not too bad, Matt. I just realised that I didn't put my apron on, but I'll do that soon.
Oh, mate, that's a good reminder that this week is baking week, and we are going to be having some Bake Off stuff tonight. But oh, there he goes. Good work, Isaac. And Isaac, I've been asked by your family to ask you, when are you getting a haircut?
Well, okay. See, the thing is about being locked inside is that like I don't have to worry about it anymore. Like I don't think I've combed my hair in at least the last week, and honestly, it's such a refreshing and freeing feeling.
So
to not have
free.
to worry about that. Yeah, it's so good. It's amazing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Nice. And Amelia, how are you?
I am great, actually. Yeah.
So good. You have got such an awesome wall going on behind you. I can see like records and a fish tank. Can you tell us about what records have you got up there?
Well, I've got two that's classical music, and I've one with nursery rhymes. I think one of them has "Pop Goes the Weasel" on there.
Oh,
so.
wow, amazing. And what's your fish's name?
I don't have fish in there.
What's in the tank then?
It's just my candles. I don't want to burn the house down, so I just put in a candle.
Yeah, underwater candles. I love it. That is so great.
Yep.
Oh, so good. If you've got underwater candles, let us know in the comments. Because man, that's awesome, Amelia. I love that so much.
It's the best life, honestly.
Nice. And Lockie, how are you?
Oh yeah, I'm doing all right, eh? Like I'm sort of over lockdown now, but like hopefully we're out next week because I miss my friends, eh? Like you can game with them and do stuff, but you can't actually birth them, so it kind of sucks. But
Yeah, so true. And you're a bit of a seasoned host on these kind of programs. Tell us about your radio show and how you've been going over the lockdown.
Yeah, so I've got a show on Plains FM called The Chatterbox with some of my mates. And usually we're obviously live in the studio, like live at the time. So once we did a show where we just pre-recorded it over Zoom, which didn't sound the best because, with Zoom it's quite laggy and, but then we decided to do a Zoom call live straight to air, which was really hard, but then also like really cool because got to interact with the listeners a lot more because we had comments coming through on our Instagram. We were doing challenges. It was like a lot of fun, and it's cool how you can do that from your own room.
Cool, man. And we can do that tonight. And so do get amongst it in the comments tonight. And we're gonna have some challenges that we're throwing your way, but also just let us know what you're enjoying about the show, and let us know that you're there. And we'll get you on the comments and things as well. And that will be so good. And Lockie, you've got our news for this week, so I'm gonna throw over to you for that now.
Yes, I do. So this is Meme Monday review, also with news. So what's our first one? Yes, yay.
There you go.
Yeah, so I've seen something like this when there's a lot of memes out there actually when you've got your smoothie that you make yourself, and then there's the maker that makes it, and then there's the smoothie maker, and then the maker, and it keeps going on. So you can do it with anything. Like there's a bike, then a bike maker, then a bike maker, and then a bike maker, and it just like keeps going on. So it's like it's one of those
with Jesus. So that's a beautiful thing. So thanks to Peveril Paradise for sending in that meme to us this week. That was great.
What have we got next? Oh yes. So apparently on this airline, someone paid £4.70, or no, £4.70, I should say, for a bacon sandwich.
It's almost like 10 NZ dollars.
There's not even sauce in it at all.
Yeah, for 3 pieces of bacon, and for literally just nothing else, and it's just bread and bacon.
Yeah, I would not be happy, eh?
Yeah, I wouldn't be either, to be honest, eh?
What do you think she was expecting when she ordered the bacon sandwich?
I think when I order a good bacon sandwich, you would expect to have sauce. You would have some cheese, some Swiss cheese would be good. And if it's ciabatta bread, it's even better. But still, who would pay £4.70 for that? Yeah, maybe some onions, maybe some lettuce, tomato. Yeah. I think I might have one more as well.
It's important.
Did you say
Keeping us.
ciabatta? It's ciabatta bread.
It's not ciabatta. No,
It's ciabatta.
we're not having this debate right now.
Sorry.
Jeez. So then this one, there's a bit of a backstory to this. I'll tell you like a brief bit. So this was found over in Europe somewhere.
Wow, maybe Switzerland, given the title.
Yeah, Switzerland.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, so they said sound of music just because I'll explain this. So they had a where is it? They had like a parade going on and they wanted to airlift the animals. So they had 10 animals on these helicopters just going, and all you could hear for miles on end was just the constant moo, the bear, the all those. It was just like,
Wow.
it's just like,
Wow.
that's just, yeah.
Thanks for doing those
It was
animal noise for us, Lockie, because we don't know what noises animals make.
Do more. Do you want more?
Yes, please.
Oh, give me an animal. Give me an animal.
Cat.
Oh gosh, no! I can't go that high pitch.
Fox.
All right, hang on.
Oh, quality.
Was that
Wasn't
a
bad.
cat? Wasn't bad. I'll try. Okay.
All right. Hey, Amelia, we've got a bit of a competition that we're running tonight, and so we're going to be dragging some contestants onto the screen. But I'm going to throw over to you, and you can tell us about our competition.
Okay, so our competition, since it's the Great RYC Bake Off, why not do a Bake Off? That's what we're doing. And so we're going to have 3 contestants, and also because Father's Day is coming up, we're going to have to get their dad to judge.
Baking for dad. Nice.
Boom. So basically how it goes is you bake for your dad, and yeah, you can bake anything. That's pretty much it.
Great. Should we get our contestants on and meet them?
Yes, let's meet our contestants.
Here we go. Here we go.
That's a nice picture.
So we have Sebastian.
Here we go. Yes, Sebastian. Sebastian's looking ready to bake there, eh?
He's in the kitchen. He's ready.
So ready.
He hasn't got an apron, but
Emma.
Do you just need to shut it up slightly?
No, it's
Emma wants to order
Seriously?
it.
it's
Who
still
are you waving?
I'm waving hi. Here's my dad.
And we have Neve. Welcome, everyone. Neve's already in the kitchen as well.
nice
Him all
sweat.
prepared.
So, Amelia, why don't you give these guys their instructions?
Okay, so basically how it goes is you're going to have pretty much up until, is it half an hour to bake it? And you have to do it then and there. You're not going to bake anything beforehand because that's cheating and we don't like cheaters. So it's all there, baking there. Cool. And we
we're gonna meet the dads.
we're gonna meet the dads as well. Okay.
So Emma's got dad there.
Emma's
Yes.
dad.
This is Guy.
Hello.
Hi, Guy.
Nice to meet you.
Guy, what do you normally think of Emma's baking?
Well, she did very well with the apple dessert. Unfortunately, I understand that got left on the cutting room floor. So I'm looking forward to tonight's surprise.
Yeah, great. We just thought we'd make her bake for you again.
Excellent. I'm not complaining. I'm not
yeah.
complaining.
That's cool. That's cool. And Neve, can we meet your dad?
Let's meet your dad.
Oh no, I think Neve's frozen. Here we go. No. Here comes.
There we go.
Yeah. Where's dad,
Great.
everyone?
Great. Neve, wow, it's really a family resemblance between
I really see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Dad looks very young there.
Yes.
And Sebastian, can we meet your dad as well?
Unfortunately, he's otherwise occupied at the moment, but hopefully he'll show up at the end to eat food.
He'll be back for the eating part, like a good
Yeah, back
dad.
to the eating part.
I love it.
Scheme.
So we're going to leave you guys to it. You've got half an hour to do your baking, and we'll come back to you maybe in about 10-15 minutes and find out how you're getting on, and then for the big taste test at the end. So good luck.
Thank you.
No.
Very good, very good. Hey Jay, so you've been monitoring our comments tonight. Is there anyone who's been catching your attention?
I love a good pun. So having Billy's comment about the bacon sandwich, that it was just bacon her heart, that was
I did see
a
that.
particularly classy, good dad joke to kick off with as well.
Quality.
Awesome.
Quality.
Loving the puns in the chat.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice.
more
Get your puns out there, eh? I saw there was Church ran a dad joke competition this week, and some fantastic jokes coming out, or terrible, depending on whether you're a dad or not.
Do you have a dad joke? Do you have a dad joke?
Give us a dad
No.
joke.
No,
Yeah.
I can't.
Surely.
I can't do it.
Surely.
No, sorry.
Oh.
Surely.
We're gonna move on. You have to be there in the moment, eh? But actually, Jacob's got a competition for us tonight. So I'm gonna hopefully here he is. Here's Jacob.
Hey guys, how are you?
Woo.
You saved me from having to tell a dad joke.
Oh, it's okay. I'm always here for that. Dad jokes. Dad jokes are the best. But my competition. I thought it'd be a really cool idea to run a really fun competition. Have any of you guys heard of the epic or fail competitions? You know?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
Tell us how those go.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is I'm going to show a video, and then halfway through I'm going to pause it, like the climax of the video, and then if you guys are going to decide if you think it's going to be like an epic video or it's going to be like an epic fail. Okay. So does that kind of make sense?
Okay.
And also,
Okay.
you guys in the comments, you guys are going to be trying to guess what if it's an epic or an epic fail as well. So we'll get straight into it.
Okay, let's see how we go.
So first one, it's a mountain biking one because I love mountain biking. So I hope you guys don't mind.
Starting out strong, getting that flip again and slashing.
Yeah, this is from a competition called Red Bull Rampage.
Wow, that's an insane clip.
Last spin 450, he went so huge on it before. There we go, perfect. Can he get this flip? Yes, on the edge, no.
Oh my goodness.
So,
Okay. I have my thoughts. Right? If you listen to the music was quite suspenseful, but at the same time, I feel like it's building up to something massive, like a big drop on something epic that's about to happen. So I reckon that it's going to be like epic.
okay.
Mate, I think if it's not epic, he's gonna die. Like it's insane what he's about to do here.
So, well, who knows?
So,
Amelia, what are your thoughts?
It must be epic.
I reckon it's going to be a fail because sort of like what Isaac was saying with the suspense and the music. I reckon they're going to be boom. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fair. And Lockie, what do you reckon?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, same with the suspenseful music, whatever it is. But yeah, I don't know because he's getting quite close to that cliff-like edge, so it's kind of hard to tell. But he's obviously I think he would be trained in this sort of things because he obviously does it a lot. So I think it's going to be an epic.
All right, let's see. Come on,
I think even if he does fail, he'll be fine because Red Bull gives you wings, so he's got to be fine either way.
Exactly.
He's gonna just fly off in video.
Yeah, exactly. And the suspense is going to be over. You ready?
All right.
There we go, perfect. Can he get this flip? Yes, on the edge, no. Oh, come on, hold on. Yes.
Oh, he saved it.
And then down a bigger drop. So,
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do you even do that?
With a lot of guts.
Yeah,
nothing else really. But the next one, we're sticking with the Red Bull theme. It's going to be Red Bull. I think it's Red Bull skiing, but we'll show you. It's pretty crazy, this one.
That's another one.
First gear going off the Hollywood. You see right now.
So, do you guys see that? Do you reckon it's epic or fail? We'll go speed round. Isaac, epic, fail.
Oh, mate. Bro, skiing's hard. I gotta say, and the first one was epic. So I reckon it's a fail. I reckon you.
Okay.
You're gonna hit us with
Lockie.
I can just see that his skis are sort of swerving to the side a bit more, on a more of an angle. So I reckon it's gonna be a fail.
Yeah, they're quite close together, eh? So,
Amelia.
I'm going to say it's an epic purely because I believe in these skiers.
Yeah. JC.
It's going to be epic fail for me. Epic fail.
Epic fail. Okay.
Hedging his bets. I reckon he's going down. He's just going to tumble and flip and yep.
Okay, sweet as. We'll find out right now.
First gear going off the Hollywood. You see right now.
It is A fail.
Oh, mate, look at him go. He's still. Oh my goodness. It's not good to fail on ski days.
Is it actually
No,
a
because then
fail?
they dig into the
Just keeps
snow
going.
and like
Oh,
far out.
no, it's
He's
epic.
back! He's back!
Oh.
He's back! It's an epic!
It's epic. It's an epic fail. So there we go. There we go.
Jason wins.
Yes, hedging the bets.
Okay, and this one I thought we'd stick with a baking theme. This is a bit of a baking something. I'm not going to spoil it for you.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Nah.
Okay.
No.
One word: epic or fail. Isaac.
Okay. If my past of watching Vines is going to help me here, I reckon it's going to get stuck to the roof.
Okay. Lockie.
Yeah, same. I reckon something like that's going to happen.
Amelia.
Fail.
JC.
Solid fail. Solid fail.
I just can't see any way that this one can be epic, so it must be a fail.
Yeah. It's just
You
going to
guys
hit him in the head or
are
something.
right.
Yeah.
Hey!
Here we go. That's it.
Come on. Come on. Awesome. Hey, thank you, Jacob. That's some great entertainment for us. Now, we had you guys sending in some videos of your small group doing some baking this week, and so I'm going to throw over to Isaac to have a look at those videos. Some epics in there, hopefully.
Yeah, so last week you guys in your year groups were given special ingredients. I know that there was some year groups had peaches, some had apples, and so these are the videos that we got sent through of people's attempts at this. So let's have a quick look, shall we?
All right. Oh, look at that.
Here I have
Beautiful.
my banana cake that I made for youth group. I've got a triple beet happening with a swirl down the bottom. And I've got a banana on top.
Soon after.
Here is the cake I made. It's being tested by my brothers. Right, off you go.
It's a bit undercooked right here.
It's
okay.
That's okay.
Classic brother.
Pretty good though.
Right.
Pretty damn decent. For you.
That's good. Well, that was my cake review.
Shoulder, since the 12% rhubarb, I'll be making rhubarb and white chocolate blonde.
First, we start with getting our rhubarb.
What follows is a brief construction montage.
That mix of audio.
That's great.
Soon after.
It's an amazing looking slice. It looks incredible. I can't wait for my first taste. So here it goes. So it just keeps falling off my fork.
Seems like a really unbiased judge.
Yeah.
Pastoral support.
You can almost see the script he's reading in the
that is
background.
divine. I'm not just saying it. That is so yummy.
She got that from Divine. How many cakes is she making? Wow.
That's some detail.
That's amazing.
I'm hungry
I want
now.
to eat this one.
Oh.
Jeez.
What?
Whoa.
That is so epic.
Berries on top, around the sides, in the middle, and I made a berry Kool-Aid to go between the cakes.
Berry Kool-Aid.
Jeez.
Oh.
Oh my goodness. All right, so that's about halfway through, but whoa, okay. So year 11 girls just then with that amazing looking cake. Wow, that looked amazing. So we also had I believe it was the year 10 girls with their banana cake and the year 12 girls like a rhubarb slice thing. So I mean, they all looked fantastic. And so if you guys want, you guys can start putting in the comments who you think should win. At the end of the day, it's up to me. It's my decision. You know, I've got all the power here. So you may be able to you may be able to sway my vote with your comments and or bribes. But yeah,
bribes in the comments. Chuck your bribes.
Let me know who you think should win in the comments, and I'll make a decision at the end. Right, let's keep going.
But we've got more. We've got more.
We've
So
got more.
check out some more.
Hello, Maya. Tell us what you baked for us today.
I have baked for you a banana chocolate cake, and it's perfect because if you have someone who doesn't like bananas, then they wouldn't know. It looks like
Year 10 girls got 2 contestants.
Moments later.
Smells good.
And you're meant to make the banana the star, not disguise it.
Just hide it away. Love the mustache, though. That's quite cool.
Yeah. Bonus points for that, I reckon.
And the tie being nice and formal.
What? The moustache isn't real?
More moments later.
I gave you 10 out of 10.
Yay! You go next.
Maya, for your cake today, I gave you a 10 out of 10.
Pretty good.
Ooh, here it comes.
Today, I gave you a 9
Oh, pretty good.
Brutal.
That's a lot kinder than some other brothers.
Yeah, definitely.
Today I'm making peaches cheesecake. I got
Well, this one looks close to home, Isaac.
I got cream, sour cream, and my base of chocolate chip cookies. And the secret ingredient, Jesus' love. Here we go.
Ooh, top
Good, good.
I love this.
Oh, the music.
So
though.
good.
And only 2 big mistakes later, we have our cheesecake. We now have a special judge, but Josh wasn't available, so I had to settle for Isaac.
Roasting the judge, that can't be good.
I don't know if that one's going to win you.
Oh, mate.
Salty.
Salty?
9.8.
9.8. Yeah. Fair. Oh, well, okay. So we've had a couple more now. Yeah, got to say, another Year 10 girls one, which is good. They had 2 entries, which was the most out of any of the small groups. So well done to you guys for that. Then we had the Year 9 girls with their cheeky wee stab at the judge, which may or may not take
might cost them.
Yeah, take the points off. But I believe I've got one more. So let's see.
Surely the best for last. Welcome to the Year 9 boys.
Hello.
It's JC.
Best for last.
He looks familiar.
Chops and apples, mix of ingredients, including some chocolate, banging on a baking tray, peaches.
I would think
apples,
it's biased,
chocolate,
JC,
maple
honestly.
glaze, no bias at all. Chucking some cream, get your bubble buddies to rate it as 2 thumbs up. Do the dishes, including the sieve, which you drop on the floor.
I love the
do
edit.
Recycling, and then you're
I
done.
mean, even the dishes.
Wow.
Dishes and recycling team. Dishes and recycling.
And he got 2 thumbs up as a result,
Yeah.
which is pretty impressive. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the contestants.
I
So,
see that comment from Matthew just there. Can't beat the Year 13 boys, except if they don't enter.
That is true.
You can.
So honorary, I'll say honorary 2nd place to Year 13 boys because we did a fantastic
pretty big
job
call.
there. So we'll give them silver. And I gotta say, like there was some great entries. Well done to everyone that did it. But
You got to vote for the one that you would want to eat, right?
yeah, I'm going to do that. And I've seen the comments, and I know there's a lot of people that are voting for their small groups, and there's a lot of people that are just being nice and voting for other people as well. But I got to say, I reckon the one that stood out for me the most has to be Olivia for the Year 11 girls with that amazing looking cake.
I
with the
reckon.
berries
Yeah.
and everything like that. Looked
Quality cake.
fantastic.
Olivia, I expect some in my mailbox. You know where I live.
So good. So good. Awesome. Hey, we've got another competition for you guys on the live tonight as well. And so I'm going to throw over to Lockie for one of our favorite competitions. Lockie, take it away.
All right. So we're going to be playing a sound for you. This one, yeah, so you don't win any money, sorry to say. You win $0 and 0 cents. Yeah, bit sad. I love the photos, by the way. Anyway, so this sound is not too tricky, I don't think, but it's a bit up there. So I'll be reading through the comments, and whoever guesses it first, I'll point out. But when we play the sound, we'll be good.
All right. All right. Could be like something dropping from a height, or I don't know.
Maybe a ball.
Do you want to hear it one more time,
Something.
just in case? A ball from here. All right, so chuck in the comments if you think you know what that is, and if you're the first person to guess it, Lockie will be watching out for you, and that'll be awesome. Speaking of the comments, let's come over to the comments now and hear some of the stuff that's been going on there, JC.
I've been loving some of our puns in the comments. It's been pretty good. Why do seagulls fly over the ocean? Because if they flew over the bay, would call them bagels is quite nice. Mal jumping in. The word queue is ironic. It's just a queue with a bunch of silent letters waiting in line. Not more of a. We'll go for the dad jokes. What we said.
I get that. Nice.
And Ryan asked his dog what 2 minus 2 is, and the dog said nothing.
There he was right.
Wow. Yes, Ryan.
Smart dog, Ryan. Smart dog.
That is so
Took me a while,
good.
but I get it.
So good.
And,
I love that.
And on a personal note, I noticed Maya's commenting on the amount of apples in my baking. Just to point out there that some other ones were disguising the taste of banana. So hey, look, I'm not the only one who used other ingredients.
Yeah, and also saw a lot of comments about the superb editing job in those videos as well. So JC, thanks for helping us out with that this afternoon. Quality. Hey, Amelia, do you think we should go in with our bakers and see how they're getting on?
I reckon we should.
So let's bring them back onto the live. We might need to kick some of this off, but let's see how we on over. Let's have a look at how Emma's getting on first.
How you going, Emma?
Good. I'm going to give you a little tour, sneak peek.
Right.
Currently, we have some churros in the show machine. Just cooking.
Wow.
Lovely steam going on. I got my chocolate sauce already to go.
Good job.
It's churros already done. So, boom.
Wow.
There's your up.
You're really excelling at this, Emma. You're going to be done with time to spare.
Hopefully.
and on your house.
Neve,
Neve's
how's it
busy
going?
over there.
Neve looks very busy.
I am attempting to make a banoffee pie.
Oh, yum.
Oh, yum.
It's his favourite.
It's ambitious.
Make caramel. How well it's going, but that's okay.
That's
Nice. Now we did have a couple of complaints coming in on the comments that they thought Carl had lost a bit of weight. But no, we assure you, it is the real Carl Nuku. Just give us a nod, Carl. Yeah, he's been working out over the lockdown. Yeah, so, yeah.
Look at him go.
Straight off the beat. So great stuff. And Bastian, I can see you've got some star shapes going on over there.
It's looking pretty professional.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, that's great. Sebastian speak to us, but that's these are looking promising, Amelia. I reckon.
I know. I reckon they're pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being a dad at any of those houses. So we'll check back in on them. They've got about 15 minutes to go. So we'll come back to you guys soon and see how good it tastes.
Right, get baking.
Ooh. Very good. Very good. Hey, so we've been talking at youth group over this term about how sometimes we can end up with mistaken identities, where we can kind of start thinking that we're someone that we're not. And we're going to hear another story of that today. And I've got Dave to share the message with us today. If you don't remember Dave, he used to be a youth group leader with us a year ago, and he's now one of our pastors in the church. And he's just going to do an awesome job unpacking the story of Abraham and Hagar. If you haven't heard of them before, then you can find the story in Genesis chapter 16. But I'm going to throw over to Dave now, and he can take it away.
Now Sarai, Abram's wife, had borne him no children, but she had an Egyptian slave named Hagar. So she said to Abram, "The Lord has kept me from having children. Go sleep with my slave. Perhaps I can build a family through her." Abram agreed to what Sarai said. So after Abram had been living in Canaan 10 years, Sarai his wife took her Egyptian slave Hagar and gave her to her husband to be his wife. he slept with Hagar and she conceived. When she knew she was pregnant, she began to despise her mistress. Then Sarai said to Abram, "You are responsible for the wrong I am suffering. I put my slave in your arms, and now that she knows she is pregnant, she despises me. May the Lord judge between you and me." "Your slave is in your hands," Abram said. "Do with her whatever you think is best." Then Sarai mistreated Hagar, so she fled from her. The angel of the Lord found Hagar near a spring in the desert. It was the spring that is beside the road to Shur. And he said, "Hagar, slave of Sarai, where have you come from and where are you going?" "I'm running away from my mistress Sarai," she answered. Then the angel of the Lord told her, "Go back to your mistress and submit to her." The angel added, "I will increase your descendants so much that they will be too numerous to count." The angel of the Lord also said to her, "You are now pregnant, and you will give birth to a son. You shall name him Ishmael, for the Lord has heard of your misery. He will be a wild donkey of a man. His hand will be against everyone, and everyone's hand against him. And he will live in hostility toward all his brothers." She gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her, "You are the God who sees me." For she said, "I have now seen the one who sees me." Kia ora RYC, Dave here. First of all, hello, if you know me, and if you don't, I'm Dave. I'm one of the pastors at RCC. I also used to be one of the leaders at youth group and a youth worker at Boys High. And I'm here today to talk to you about this story in Genesis chapter 16 and what it means, what it teaches us, particularly about identity. So, right off the bat, I think there's three things that are important in this story that help us think about identity. First of all, this is a story about exclusion. Second of all, it's a story about divine appointment. And finally, I think this is a story about ministry. And I'm going to talk about each of those and tell you what I think they mean. So first of all, let's talk about exclusion. Now, I assume you've experienced this at some point in your life. Exclusion is a pretty damaging experience. You know, when somebody intentionally decides to put you out of a group or say, "You don't belong with us right now, go away." It's not nice whenever it happens. It happens in the story we've read. It's happened to me. I remember actually when I was a young boy, I broke my leg in a soccer game at school. There's a photo here of me in my cast, and I'm deeply disappointed that I didn't hang on to those sneakers because they are dope. But for some reason I didn't hang on to the cast either, or the jacket. But when I was a young boy, I broke my leg and I walked around in that cast for 6 weeks. And one of the consequences that came from that for me was an experience of exclusion. I had a couple of mates at the time, and one of them decided it would be funny each lunchtime to challenge me to a running race while I was in my cast. The only thing was, he and my other friend would run off and then they would never come back to find me. Now, I don't know what was going on for that kid. Obviously, he had pretty low empathy and some poor social skills, but I know what that experience did to me. I mean, it's obvious it had an impact given that I'm still talking about it 25 years later. I was intentionally excluded and it wasn't pleasant. And in the story that I read to you before, we can tell that there was some stuff going on for Sarai. She was upset because she hadn't been able to become pregnant. She wanted to be a mother and it wasn't happening for her. So, although we read that she arranges for her husband to hook up with her slave girl, it's not hard to assume this wasn't really dealing with Sarai's hurt. And then this hurt was inflamed by the fact of Hagar falling pregnant so easily. Now Hagar is walking around with a smile on her face and a bub in her belly, and Sarai can't handle it. She is so harsh to Hagar that the slave girl decides she's better off running into the desert, which is a not so subtle clue that she was being treated really harshly. But now, of course, Hagar is excluded. I mean, yes, she made the choice to leave, but what choice did she have? She was the victim in an abusive relationship. She had no power or rights. And what was supposed to be a happy time for her with the pregnancy had become a horrible experience. So this is a story about exclusion. It's also a story about divine appointment. And what I mean by that is it's a story about somebody who meets with God in a special way. Because we read that Hagar is met by God in the wilderness. And actually, it's even more specific. We read that Hagar is met by God near a spring in the desert. It was the spring that is beside the road to Shur. You see, the location is given because these details matter. They point us to the fact that these events actually occurred in time and space. Hagar didn't just imagine this experience, it happened. God showed up, and she knows where. God showed up near the spring that is on the road to Shur and had a conversation with Hagar that transformed her reality. And I think, that's an important aspect of this, that when we have a divine appointment, when God meets us in a special way, that we remember the when and the where. I remember a divine appointment that happened to me some years ago on the bus. Part of the reason I remember it so vividly is because I can locate it in time and space. I was taking a bus trip from the old city bus depot on Litchfield Street back to my grandparents' house in Bishopdale. I remember the time, I remember the route, and I remember that it was only me and the bus driver for that entire journey, and that somehow, in and through the conversation I had with the bus driver, the Holy Spirit was at work. He was moving on that bus. That experience moved me so much that when I got off the bus, I burst into tears on the side of Roydvale Ave. So I have this divine appointment. I have this memory of a time when God was particularly real to me, and what makes the memory significant and memorable is that I can locate it in time and place. You see, for Hagar, this is not just important because she knows where it happened, but it's also when it happened in her life. You see, she just experienced exclusion, but all of a sudden this exclusion doesn't matter so much because she saw God, and she saw God's reality. What this divine appointment did was it gave her a different perspective. I mean, you can imagine she was feeling pretty sorry for herself. You would be right if you thought she had good reason to feel sorry for herself. She was sitting down by the spring. She was excluded through little fault of her own. She was thirsty. She was sore. And in that moment, God turns up and asks her a funny little question. He says, Hagar, slave of Sarai, where have you come from and where are you going? It's a funny question because God would already know the answer, which means the question isn't just for God's benefit. It's for Hagar's. God wants her to confess, to admit that life is hard right now. And she does just that. And then God responds. First of all, he tells her to go back to the camp, and then he tells her about what her son is going to be like. I imagine it was an incredibly powerful moment for Hagar. So this is also a story about a divine appointment, and one that is incredibly transformative. Finally, this is a story about ministry. And what I mean by that term is ministry being something where people connect and connect one another with God. You see, Hagar is sent back. She is sent back to the camp to be a minister to Sarai. But what's also important is that she's a different person now, because she knows who she is. And she knows this because she knows who God is. You see, the story that I read to you, it ends with Hagar saying that God is the one who sees her. And this is something she is proud of. I have now seen the one who sees me, she declares. You see, we talk a lot in church about identity and about how we believe that true human identity is found in a relationship with God. And this story is a good illustration of that. Hagar is given a new confidence because she now understands herself as someone who is seen by God, which means that God knows all about her. He cares about her. He's interested in her. But that's only half the story. What is the point of this transformation of Hagar's identity? Is it just so she can get a boost to her self-esteem? Well, no. You see, the crux of the matter is that Hagar's encounter with the living God transforms her for ministry. This doesn't mean that she now has to go and work for a church, but what it does mean is that she can go back to camp and be a blessing to Sarai. She can be a mother to Ishmael, and she can bring love and life to everyone she meets. You see, God doesn't just encounter you. He doesn't just encounter me in our exclusion so he can give us happy feelings. I mean, that might happen. But he also wants to release us for ministry. And by that, I mean, He wants to release us to be able to fully give, to fully love, to fully connect with others, and to connect others with God. And sometimes he has particular people in mind that he wants us to minister to. And he wants us to be released, to be free to do that without being held back by our pain or our hurts. Hagar is sent back to be a minister to Sarai, to actually be a blessing in the camp. When God encounters you, be aware of this truth. God has a ministry for you to do. And when he draws near to you, when he meets you in a way that is transformative, he might just be leading you into it. God's word in our lives, God's action in our lives, God's transformation of our lives is not just so that we feel good, but so that we might do good and be a minister to others. So why don't you think about that? Who or what is God calling you to minister into today? God bless you.
Wow. I think we'll just say a massive thank you to Dave for that talk. And just really thankful that he was really open about some times where he had experienced exclusion in his life, which is really great to hear. So now we're going to head into a time of worship. I prepared a song for us to worship to together, and I know that in a space where we're worshiping in all separate houses in lockdown through our computers or through our phones, I understand that it can be kind of awkward sometimes. That there's not really much we can do about that, but I just want to remind you that you don't necessarily have to stand up and sing your heart out as you worship along with this. I feel like the song we're going to do is Here Is in Heaven by Elevation Worship, and I recorded the song and just I had a great time doing it, and the song's all about feeling God's presence and his spirit on earth and within us, just like it is up in heaven. And so yeah, I just encourage you guys to really sit down, sing along if you want to. If not, just listen to the words and let it kind of flood over you, just like the Spirit. Thank you. Hope you have a good worship.
The atmosphere is changing now, for the Spirit of the Lord is here. The evidence is all around that the Spirit of the Lord is here. The atmosphere is changing now, for the Spirit of the Lord is here. The evidence is all around, for the Spirit of the Lord is here. Overflow in this place, fill our hearts with your love. Your love surrounds us. You're the reason we came to encounter your love. Your love surrounds us. The atmosphere is changing now, for the Spirit of the Lord is here. The evidence is all around that the Spirit of the Lord is here. Spirit of the Lord is here. Overflow in this place. Fill our hearts with your love. Your love surrounds us. You're the reason we came to encounter your love. Your love surrounds us. Spirit of God, fall fresh on us. We need your presence. Your kingdom come, your will be done, here as in heaven. Spirit of God, fall fresh on us. We need your presence. Your kingdom come, your will be done, here as in heaven. Spirit of God, fall fresh on us. We need your presence. Your kingdom come, your will be done, here as in a miracle can happen now. For the Spirit of the Lord is here. The evidence is all around that the Spirit of the Lord is here.
Awesome. Hey, as Dave was finishing up that message, I just wanted to catch one of the things that he said towards the end, that God's transformation in our lives, that when God meets with us, it's not just to make us feel good, it's actually to help us to do good, that actually he has a ministry for us in our lives. And I thought, and as we were just kind of finishing up, and as Isaac was singing that song, I was just really thinking about that and thinking about how I think there's maybe some of us who actually tonight is a chance for us to recommit ourselves to that actually we have met with God, we have heard from God, and now we need to recommit ourselves to actually going, I think God's got something for me to do with this. It's not just about feeling good. It's actually about doing good in the world as well. And so, Isaac, thank you so much for amazing. I thought it was cool seeing 3 of Olivia earlier on, but you've just overmatched that with 5 of you all playing different instruments. So, ka pai, good quality there. But yeah, awesome. Thanks so much for leading us in that. And Dave as well. Awesome message. That's a crazy story, and you might want to discuss that story in your small groups a little bit later. What would it be like to be Hagar in that story, to be kind of have done nothing wrong really, to just have followed what your master says, and to be kind of rejected and excluded for it, and man, that's rough. But hey, for now, we need to head back over to our bakers for the taste test. So Amelia, take us back to our contestants,
All right.
and let's see how we're going.
So we know we have Emma, and we have Neve, and we have Sebastian. And their dads are going to be trying out what they had made for us. So we're going to go over to Emma because Emma looks super ready. Got the thumbs up as well.
Yes.
All good to go.
We're ready. Okay. Here's a little tour of our creation. The churros, the chocolate sauce. Ta-da. Okay, now time for the all-important taste test.
Okay, here goes
Take
the taste
away.
test. So churro, chocolate sauce, putting it into the chocolate sauce and taking the first bite. That is good.
Oh, it looks good.
Well,
It looks good, guys.
It's divine.
Yes.
What would you rate it out of?
Out of 10, I'd give it a 9.7.
Wow, high praise.
Well,
High
that's
praise.
done.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
So good. Oh, good.
All right. Thank you. We'll go over to Neve. Neve, what have you made?
Okay, so I made banoffee pie, but not banoffee pie. Banoffee things. Look small. I did a few. This was the best one because my dad loves banoffee pie.
Oh,
I
nice.
also like to say, I feel like this is very Father's Day. Dishes as well, so they need points.
Oh, bonus points. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I'm just gonna.
Thanks, Carl.
There are M&Ms on the top as well, which is Dad's favourite. So banoffee pie is biscuit with caramel and banana and cream on the top.
Yum.
Just saying.
Thank you.
And how
It's
is
nice to see I've been losing a lot of weight. This is good.
how is it? How is
So
it?
give this
How would you rate it?
probably 8.9.
Okay then. Okay then.
But at this point, keep that in mind.
For the
I'm gonna
dishes.
go
Yeah.
Right.
Quality. Hey, Neve, do make sure that that Carl gets some of that as well, because
Yes.
Father's Day. Quality. Let's head over to Sebastian.
All right, Sebastian, what have you made for us? With your dad.
Oh, Sebastian, I think you're muted on here, or maybe you
We
just
can't
never
hear
had
you.
sound.
There we go.
There we
Let's
go.
try it again. So,
All right, what have
seeing
you
as
made,
it's-
Steve?
Okay, cool. So seeing as it's Father's Day on Sunday, and our dads are all stars, I thought I'd make a chocolate star tower with cashews, almonds, hazelnuts, walnuts, a chocolate swirl, and a dusting of icing sugar. So,
Wow.
if
Wow,
you want to try it out.
That sounds good. All right. Tell us all about it, Andrew.
Good. Give it a taste test.
Looks good anyway, if nothing else.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Nice.
And what would you rate it out of 10?
As far as what? Looks or taste?
Well, both are important, right?
Yeah.
Of course they are. I mean, if you look at it, he's put even a swirl of chocolate along here, so it looks pretty impressive to me.
That's good. It's good.
It's a milk chocolate, so that's a good start. I'm not a dark chocolate fan, so I would rate it at least a 9.5 out of 10. To be honest, pretty good.
Pretty
Yeah,
good.
nice. Good
All
work,
right.
Sebastian. Well done. Well done.
I'm jealous.
That's good.
Hey, that's some very quality baking that's been going on tonight, eh?
Good stuff.
I'm gonna take it.
Very well done. Do you have a winner, Amelia?
I'm gonna have to say, I reckon Sebastian's was pretty good because it was star, and it was like all our dads are a star.
Yeah, that
I
was
thought
cute.
that was quite good. But
Yeah.
yeah, I
Nice
reckon
work. Hey,
Sebastian.
well done. Awesome
Yeah.
job, Seb. Well done. Great baking.
Everyone
They
else's
all
was
looked
great.
great.
You guys know where I live, So
They don't for me, but like, I mean, I can give you my address. Like, no, no.
And,
I want
and
some.
I'm the only one on this actually a dad, so I'm the one who deserves it. Father's Day is coming up. Don't forget your dads this Father's Day. They love bacon. They love baking. They love all kinds of food. What are you going to do for your dad, Amelia? Actually, is he watching the stream?
I actually am not quite sure, but we're just planning on being super good to him and treating him like a king he is.
Nice. Quality. JC, your dad's probably not watching the stream. What are you going to do for him?
Well, it's a little bit tricky because he's a little bit further away from me, so I'm not sure what level 3 will let me do, but phone calls now, and I'll have to drop some stuff down later once we hit level 2.
Nice.
Yeah, fair.
Nice. Very good. Hey, we've got a small group challenge for this week, Lockie. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, so I hope you've got your cleaning shoes on, because it's about to get real. So basically, this week's challenge is spring cleaning.
It's
So basically, you're gonna
springtime.
so you're gonna send in a before and after picture of you cleaning something. So basically, if you go out to the garden and you got some weeds out there, maybe you can take a picture of that and then pull them out and then take a picture once they're gone. Or if your brother's decided to spill a whole lot of I don't know, salt, for instance, over the bench, take a photo of it, then send it in.
Are you allowed to make the mess and then clean it up, Lockie? Is that part of the...
No, you're not.
I guess we couldn't tell though, could we?
No, I mean, but that's what siblings are for. Just like annoy them enough, and then they can just knock it over. I don't know.
Quality. So send us in that before and after photo, and the best photo. You can send as many from your small group as you want, but the best photo will win that prize for next week. $50 meal voucher for you and your small group. So looking forward to that. Hey, we're going to finish up there for tonight, guys. It's been an awesome episode. We're heading over to Zoom now. So the Zoom link should be down the bottom of the screen, and it's also been sent out to you as well. But to my host, thank you so much for being part of this live tonight. You guys have been awesome in the show tonight. It's been a great episode. So thank you so much. And we'll see you guys over in Zoom. Ka kite.
Cool.
Catch you later.
Can I just add something real quick?
Oh yeah, go Lucky.
Ooh.
So we've got the winner of the secret.
No! Don't leave yet. Come back.
No. Yeah. So I
there's
had a
still
lot
yet.
of people that were close. There were some interesting ones. Smacking your brother with a book. No. Shutting a door. You were close. But the winner was Matthew Minish. Is that how you say your last name?
Hey, yep.
Yep. So it was a fridge door.
Fridge
Opening and
door.
closing.
Nice.
Good work, Matthew. Good work.
Oh, Matthew.
Good work.
Yeah, good job.
work. That's
Taking one with the year 13 boys.
it's quite
Well done.
specific. Awesome. So we will see you guys over on Zoom, and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.